Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
BBC News World.
January 6, 5:23 America, New York. Harry's talk of Taliban kills in Afghanistan tarnishes reputation, ex-commander. In his book, Harry describes killing 25 Taliban fighters as being like removing chess pieces from a board.
New York Times World News.
January 6, 5:07 America, New York. She is Africa's first heat officer. Can she make her city livable? Eugenia Cargbo remembers when Sierra Leone's capital was greener and cooler, and is now trying to help the city combat rising temperatures. Eugenia Cargbo in Freetown's Congo Market, by the newly installed market canopies.
Mirror World News.
January 6, 5:03 America, New York. Nelson Mandela's granddaughter defends Harry and Meghan in blast Sussex persecution. The couple's new Netflix show, Live to Lead, takes a look at influential leaders throughout history and includes a quote from anti-apartheid activist Nelson Mandela.
New York Times World News.
January 6, 5 o'clock America, New York. Here are the people Iran sentenced to death in its protest crackdown. An updated look at the Iranians marked for execution in the government's attempt to curb a months-long uprising. An image from social media of Iranians who in October were marking 40 days since the death of Mahsa Amini in the custody of Iran's morality police.
Washington Post World.
January 6, 4:58 America, New York. Building collapse in northern Iraqi city kills 3, injures 9. Police say a building under construction has collapsed in Iraq's northern city of Mosul, killing 3 people and injuring 9 others.
BBC News World.
January 6, 4:46 America, New York. Gianluca Vialli, former Chelsea, Juventus and Italy striker, dies aged 58. Former Chelsea striker and manager Gianluca Vialli has died at the age 58.
Time.
January 6, 4:40 America, New York. The U.S. keeps offering China its COVID vaccines. China keeps saying no. China has rebuffed repeated U.S. offers to share advanced vaccines as Beijing battles a fast-spreading wave of COVID-19. A rejection that's led to growing frustration among American officials concerned about a resurgence of the pandemic.
BBC News World.
January 6, 4:40 America, New York. Nagorno-Karabakh. Empty shops and blockade pile pressure on Armenians. Supplies have stopped coming in because of a blockade of the disputed territory of Nagorno-Karabakh.
World News. Breaking international news and headlines. Sky News. January 6, 4:37 America, New York. Former Chelsea player and manager Gianluca Vialli dies aged 58. Former Chelsea player and manager Gianluca Vialli has died aged 58 after a battle with cancer. Soccer football. Euro 2020 Italy training. Stadio Olimpico, Rome, Italy. June 10, 2021 Italy chief delegate Gianluca Vialli during training. Reuters, Alberto Lingria.
New York Times World News.
January 6, 3:20 America, New York. What is the Bradley fighting vehicle? Often mistaken for a tank, the decades-old Bradley offers a compromise between traditional tank firepower and an armored personnel carrier. American soldiers driving a Bradley fighting vehicle in northeastern Syria in 2021.
Mirror World News.
January 6, 3:02 America, New York. British teen drowns in Portugal after getting caught in beach riptide with 2 pals. The unidentified 19-year-old was swimming off a sandy beach on Lisbon's Costa da Caparica coastline, south of Lisbon, on Wednesday afternoon with 2 pals.
Washington Post World.
January 6, 2:57 America, New York. Kenyan LGBT activist's body found in metal box. Police in Kenya are investigating the death of a local LGBT activist whose body was found stuffed in a metal box.
Time.
January 6, 2:30 America, New York. What information is China withholding about COVID-19? Taipei, Taiwan. As COVID-19 rips through China, other countries and the World Health Organization are calling on its government to share more comprehensive data on the outbreak.
Fox World News.
January 6, 2 o'clock America, New York. China COVID crisis. Beijing hospital runs out of beds. Families burn bodies in streets as deaths spike. Some videos on Twitter show families allegedly burning the bodies of loved ones in the streets of Chinese cities as funeral homes struggle to handle the surge in COVID deaths.
Time. January 6, 2 o'clock America, New York. As G7 head, Japan wants member countries to team up against China's economic coercion. Japan wants the group of 7 advanced economies to take a coordinated approach this year aimed at preventing the economic coercion that China has applied to some of its trading partners.
RT World News. January 6, 1:05 America, New York. Hillary Clinton gets new job. The former top U.S. diplomat said she is thrilled to influence the next generation of policy leaders at a prestigious university.
Washington Post World.
January 6, 1:04 America, New York. As young Gazans die at sea, anger rises over Lita's travel. A rising number of Gazans driven by the mere prospect of work in Europe are drowning at sea.
https://globalnews.ca/feed/. January 6, 027 America, New York. Have an exercise resolution? Fitness experts share tips to preventing injuries. With a new year comes new resolutions, and on the top of many people's lists is to get fit. Gym New Year.